Hello everyone, I'm Seth with Exotic Motorsports, and this is our 2007 Saturn Sky. Starting on the passenger side of the hood here, there are some blemishes such as that. I'm not going to take the time to point out individual rock chips. They're kind of just scattered throughout the entire front end. There aren't any that really stand out more than the rest. The passenger side headlight, as you can tell if the sun hits it just right, is scratched up there on the lens. The paint is chipped right here where the bumper meets the fender. Scratched there. The fog lights are faded. Headlights are a little faded too. Blemish there. There are hard water spots on the paint, as I'm sure you can see in the video. Those should be able to be polished out. That fog light is faded as well. This headlight also has scratches. Scuff there. There's some scratches along the body line on the fender here. That's a pretty obvious rock chip. It does have a small dent there on the body line as well, on that fender. Just another scratch. Moving over to the driver's side mirror cap. Has a little bit of rock chipping, but it's pretty minimal. Overall, the mirror looks pretty good. Driver's side door here. Just have a couple scratches there. And then those two there. A couple chips. Some scratching there. Paint has been chipped and touched up there on the inside of that door seam. Driver's side rear quarter panel. It's kind of just scratched throughout the top of it. That's definitely a more prominent one, as is that. There are a couple over in this area as well. One right under the tail light, and then the top of the tail light here scratched as well. That's one of the more obvious ones there. On top of the trunk, there's some scuffs there, and there are rock chips throughout the top of the trunk. Again, it would take me a little while to point out each individual one because there's a lot just there on the top. Going along the bottom edge of the bumper, right there's a faded area right under the taillight. Scratched there. See if I can get the sun to hit. There we go. Scratch there. Above the Sky badge, there are a number of scratches and a few spots that look like they have been painted over with a touch-up pen. Scratch there. There are also some scratches here, there, and there's one that's been hit with a touch-up pen, and a few other areas that have been attempted to be touched up there in the back. On top of the rear trunk lip, or spoiler, whatever you want to call it, there are some scratches just generally along the top. On the passenger side taillight cover, there's a big scratch, two of them actually, right there. few scratches by the taillight itself, and the taillight actually has scratches on it. Some scratches by the passenger side rear quarter panel on the top just above the body line, and then down by the wheel as well. There's a pretty prominent one that's been covered up, another there, and then a few over here as well. Go into the passenger side door here. Nothing really stands out. This door is in pretty good shape. Going to the passenger side mirror cap. This one doesn't have very many rock chips in it. That looks pretty clean. This one's in good shape. I'm going back over to the passenger fender. It looks pretty good. Once you start to get to the headlight area, that's where the problems start to arise. Let's have a look at the wheels. So this one does have some rash. This is the front passenger side wheel. A little bit of discoloration. Rear passenger side. This one has a little bit of chipping. I wouldn't even call it rash. It's just chipped a little bit. Discolored as well. I'm sure a thorough cleaning, like a polish, would probably fix the discoloration, the stains in the chrome. Rear driver's side wheel. A few blemishes that have been touched up. Overall pretty good shape. Also slight discoloration. And front driver's side wheel. There's that blemish there. Let's have a look in the interior. Door cards are in good shape. Both seats look great. No issues with the seats at all. Starts right up. This car has 61,577 miles at the time of me making this video. Cruise control, one-touch driver's side window, 5-speed manual transmission, stereo that does have an auxiliary option there, ice cold AC, OnStar built into the rearview mirror. Passenger seat, excellent condition, along with the passenger door card as well. Center console looks really good. Nothing is really scratched or faded or worn. The chrome bits and some of the interior trim have just a little tiny bit of scratching in them. The vehicle is 13 years old. And this is a convertible as well, so open that top there, just undo that latch, and you make sure the trunk is open. trunk, open it up, and then we grab the top there, and it just folds back into it like so. Make sure that's pressed down in there, and then you drop the trunk on top of it, and the top has now been removed. It is that simple. And to reverse the process, we just open the trunk back up, grab the front of the top, pull it up and over, make sure these flaps are pulled up there on the inside. Those need to be up. It's really difficult to do this with one hand. So that side is up. Let me check this side. And that side is up. So then you get the top to seat against that. Close the trunk. This one is a little stubborn, so you do have to kind of give it some force down there in the middle. These come down, clip into the trunk. And then this just latches back like that. Not very difficult, even though it is not power, it is manual, but it doesn't take much to make it happen. So if you have any further questions on this vehicle, please visit our sales listing at www.exoticmotorsportsok.com. Thank you for watching.